Before this judgment particularly, there were a lot of less rights for the married women. There were rights that married women cannot actually abort a child before a particular week, and in fact the unmarried women only could do it only after 24 weeks of pregnancy, and also that there were some kind of rights that were missing with regards to sexual assault victims, with regards to minors. And this judgment has now plagued in, and in fact not only plagued in but also plugged all the gaps, has filled all the loopholes in the law, and has clearly set out rules for abortion, giving a right not only to the married and unmarried women, to women without and irrespective of their marital status, but also women who were subjected to sexual assault by their husbands, which we in general parlance call a marital rape. And a very, very clear line in the judgment which says that the child born out of a marital rape is nothing but an assault, and hence the women should actually have a right to abort such a child, and that is the reason why the right has been given to a married woman as well to women of sexual assault. The judgment also says that the rape under the MTP Act shall also include marital rape, and the survivors should be included in the category of survivors. The 3B had earlier categorized 7 categories of women, and now it would include all of this, and this is something that would go down in the legal history not only of the country but worldwide, because remember that even the most progressive country, as they call it, the United States, does not have has also curtailed the right of abortion to a particular section of women. But the Indian judiciary is now paving the way forward for the world judiciary to see and to show how a democratic principle plays up and how the actual democracy plays up. We have with us Amit Mishra, who is the advocate for the petitioner. Sir, this is a judgment that would be laid down in the history, not only the Indian judiciary but also the world. How do you see this?
Yeah, I'm very happy that today is International Safe Abortion Day, and this judgment has been passed on this wonderful day, and I will say that today this judgment will set new chapters in the history of not only in India, rather in all over the world, that India is progressive. India is progressing day by day, whereas on the other hand in the US, where the abortion law has been, the rights of abortions has been curtailed, but in India it has been given to not only the married, rather unmarried women also. So this judgment is really remarkable, landmark and progressive as well. The areas which are covered not only pertaining to married, unmarried, rather the court today also covered the minor also, which the rights pertaining to minor somewhere conflicting with the POXO Act. The court has covered that aspect also, that grey area also in this landmark judgment. So I am very thankful to Justice Chandrachud, who has passed such a remarkable judgment. Really, I am very thankful that this judgment has passed on International Safe Abortion Day.
Mr. Mishra, because we see what happens in Joe versus Wade, we saw what the US Supreme Court said about abortion rights. Do you not think that India is now paving the way for world laws? India is now somewhere leading the way for the judiciary in the world across?
Definitely. India is leading a march towards and setting new chapters for all over the countries in all over the world that see these are that India is setting new rights for all the women, for married, unmarried, minors, that these are the basic fundamental rights which should not be, no one should be denied from these rights to in India, and therefore it will be a huge success for India, and it will set benchmark for all over the countries.
My last and final question before I let you go is that a very, very important aspect that this judgment also covers is marital rapes. The Supreme Court has said in its judgment that rapes shall also include marital rapes. How do you see that coming?
Just now judgment has passed. I have to go through with that, what the pertaining to marital rape, what the court has said. I will go through with that finally, that how the court has perceived pertaining to 375 clause 2. Only then after that I will be able to comment on that.
So this was Amit Mishra, who was appearing for the petitioner into this particular case, clearly welcoming this judgment and saying that this would go a long way, not only in the Indian judicial system's history, but also in the world legal system. I am Anand Bhatnagar with video journalist Sumit Jaguri for CNN News 18.